Hello, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the Luxray in the Great League here, and I'm also going to be able to hit Legend here right now on screen in general during the Go Battle Day. Hitting Legend pretty easily, starting at like 2,400, ending up actually at 3,155 as my rating for the Go Battle Day that was yesterday. I didn't hit Legend with this team. I used this team immediately afterwards. I did get my Pikachu Libre, which you're gonna see at the end of the video. But yeah, I used this team basically afterwards, and I wanted to try out the new Luxray. Actually, I wanted to try out Luxray already yesterday, but on the first day, I didn't find a single Shinx as a shadow, and on the second day, I also still took I think around 2.5 hours until I found my first Shinx, and I got another one immediately afterwards. But yeah, in total, I think I spent around 6 hours to get this Pokemon. Good job. Yeah, I was just unlucky. Other people just got the electric grunt way more often. I had over 100 grunts, I think, at the end of the weekend, which I yeah, got rid of basically, and I just didn't get this. Yeah, what we can see real quick, the wild charge coming through, it does insane amount of damage, and we can farm down this obstacle here. Let's see what they have in the bag. They're gonna go into their Talonflame. We're gonna be able to go for one move here, and we actually gonna be able to get to the next move in time as well, because we only need 4 quick moves to get to the next Icicle Spear, which is amazing here, winning us the game as we can farm down this Obstagoon. Very nice first game there. I actually also went positive with this team, which is kind of insane. I didn't expect whatsoever. I should have also swapped into the Luxray here. It's way more likely to have something good for the NiRiain still in the back and not for the Luxray, but hey, it's fine. Especially, I think there was here Air Slash as well, which would be even better. Yeah, this Air Slash would have been even better for the Luxray. It's okay, it's okay. We can still deal with it. We see the Wild Charge coming, the Icicle Spear coming through there. We can still go for an Earthquake against this Reggie Steel, which gonna be fine. And we just gonna get him into the red half. They have to still throw a move here, and we're looking pretty decent. In general, you're gonna see some more funny stuff coming up soon. Tomorrow gonna be a new, a different shadow as well, and we have to see in general what's going on against this dude here. I remember this name. I played against him several times, but always he had different teams. It's kind of funny because up there you basically battle the entire time against the same opponents, which is kind of hilarious. But I also have different teams sometimes, so it's fine. Frenzy Plant comes through, we can go into our NiRiain and we can farm all the way down. We should be fine, then also going for some Earthquakes against the Bastion, hopefully. Gonna be interesting if we can actually still hit this with that. Bastion's still gonna be able to swerve one Earthquake, but because I expect my opponent to shield there anyway, they have 2 shields, they can farm me down, just easily double shielding. I went for the bait, wasn't the smartest idea. I'm gonna go for the Earthquake here now. Boom, it's still gonna hit and we're still gonna get them low. But we see the Medicham coming in here. At this point, there's not a lot that I can do. I'm gonna hope that this is a power punch basically, and it was a dynamic punch. And at this point, I just decided to surrender. There was nothing I can do. It happens. We see a Swampert in the lead. We see some weak connection as well in the lead. That's ideal. We can go for one Ice Punch here. This Ice Punch gonna come through. We're gonna hit this Ice Punch as well, which is gonna be nice. I tried to swap out in time, didn't work out. It doesn't really matter. I can just let it go through. I'm gonna try to catch the next move, and I catch the move on the NiRiain, which is amazing, as this is gonna be resisted. And basically, we already got rid of the Swampert, which is the hardest answer most likely on his team for the Luxray. We can go for one Icicle Spear, and we can go for another one. NiRiain is just too overpowered. NiRiain was definitely the best Pokemon on my team here. It's insane how strong this Pokemon is. As we're gonna go ahead, we have to shield this move up here, of course, and we're gonna actually go and commit for the entire farm down here, because my opponent has to throw 2 moves anyway. They will not be able to get to another one. I can just farm all the way down, and I try to throw a move here as they're gonna go into their Nidoqueen. I got basically my move back, which I didn't want to. I swapped out into my Luxray, and I have a Psychic Fangs here, and they will not be able to get to 2 moves in time. They need 2 moves here to KO A, my Luxray, and B, also my Medicham and Luxray, with the Psychic Fangs here just coming through, winning us the game as well. I had to use an Elite TM for this, of course, because right now you're not able to get this. I wouldn't recommend it to you, but I am a content creator, and for this kind of stuff, I use my Elite TMs. I'm not playing like a normal person, so it is fine for me. We see the Azumarill, and we see this is actually a funny one. I can one-shot them with one Earthquake. Oh, the balls of him! I still have one Earthquake here. Oh, what the hell? I don't know, my opponent just decides to, yeah, tank all the moves on this Pokemon and just don't care whatsoever. Insane, like literally insanity. Why? It made me so furious at this point of time. Like sometimes I guess you can overbait a little bit, and of course we're gonna go for the Earthquake now. What's gonna happen here? Of course a shield, what a surprise. It's kind of hilarious. I mean, like, I take this, like, for me it's totally okay. Like, this is just kind of funny though. We see a Sableye coming in, this basically already tells me that this game most likely gonna be over. If I just went for Earthquake, I most likely would have been fine, but hey, who knows? We can go into our Medicham now, and we actually have a chance of KOing this thing, especially as they go for the return. Going for one Ice Punch here, we should be able to farm all the way down, hopefully now, after this one, but they actually still have too much health left, and we cannot farm down, and they can go for one move here against my Luxray, winning them the game, and yeah, we have to go into the next game. Next up, we're gonna have the Medicham against the Victory Bell. I hate this lineup in general. Like, you're gonna see this so often. So many people run Victory Bell right now. I actually made a post on Twitter also showcasing why people run this. This Pokemon beats nearly everything other than flying types and I think Bastardon in the 2-shield scenario. Like literally nearly everything else. Otherwise, like, you only have flying types that really can deal with this. If you cannot beat this Pokemon with like fast moves before they can beat you with the fast moves, like you kind of done for in the 2-shield scenario, there's not a lot that they can do for you. As my opponent gonna go for one Power Punch, means that we can go for one Earthquake, and one Earthquake gonna do way more to my opponent than like one move of the other one there, like one, whatever it's called, the Icicle Spear. So I decide here, I'm gonna try to farm all the way down. It's my best bet. They go for another Power Punch. I should be able to farm down now. Never mind. And one Power Punch gonna be enough to KO me here as well. Losing us the game as well. It was my only chance, I think, to farm down there. I was like already so far behind. There was not a lot that I can do, but yeah, good game there. We see Swampert against us again. Usually Swampert has Sableye and the, what's it called, the Skarmory in the back, so maybe we are fine here. We have to see what they're gonna have. They're gonna shield the first move here. It's totally okay for me. I can just let the first move go through, and I can shield the second one if I want to and go for another Ice Punch. Like, this matchup is, I think, always pretty decent for your Medicham. I think there's not a lot that they can do, as we see a Granbull coming in here. Granbull is not the biggest problem for me here, as I can go for the Icicle Spear spam. This is like such a good thing about Warren. You get to the moves just so fast. As we see the Swampert coming back in here again, we can go for another move. I am totally okay with this, as we're gonna get him very low. Low enough that we should be able to spark him down. And we're just gonna do exactly this. We're just gonna go into our Luxray, gonna spark 1-2 times, as we're gonna see my opponent having the Registeel in the back, and we go for the Zapcan, not the Zapcan, for the Wild Charge here. My opponent can go for the Zapcan if he wants to, and we're gonna be able to catch the move perfectly onto our Medicham. They're gonna go for the Focus Blast, KOing us. We can go for another Wild Charge here, KOing the Registeel of my opponent, and we should be able to farm down my opponent here as well, as the Swampert goes down. Good game there. Next up, we're gonna have the Mew in the lead against us. Mew in the lead is of course a little bit tricky, as we have to go into our Warren now, and we're gonna be able to just go and shield up this potential Wild Charge. It is only a Surf, which is kind of annoying, as we go now for the CMP tie on the Wild Charge. It is a Wild Charge, and we can go for one Icicle Spear, which means we're gonna get our shield back. And we're gonna see the Sableye coming in here. Sableye coming in is totally okay for me, as we're gonna go ahead, go for one Icicle Spear here, and go for another one, trying to get the final shield of my opponent. We should be able to, hopefully. Yep, we are able to, and we're gonna try to catch the move onto our Medicham here. This seems weird in the beginning, because like, why would he use like Medicham against the Sableye? But I already know that they have a Mew, and I don't really want to KO this thing either here. I kind of want to get some farm on my other Pokemon, but nah, I now decide to just go for it, because the Mew can only get one quick move here. I think I still have some energy left on my Warren. We have to see real quick. Yep, I can go for an Icicle Spear, and this should already put him very low. Let's see what they're gonna have in the back soon. We're gonna see the Nidoqueen coming in, and we can still get to a move. Warren is just way too strong here. Warren goes for one Icicle Spear, and we can just go into our Luxray. We would actually survive any move from the Mew anyway, as they have Surf and Wild Charge, and Wild Charge is of course resisted. We see an Altaria. I just gonna go straight into my Warren, which maybe wasn't the smartest idea, but we can go ahead and go for some Icicle Spear, which already tells me they most likely gonna have another fighter in the back with their own Medicham. but I don't think we have a good play against this right now. I'm not sure. We're gonna go ahead, get the one move through here. I'm just gonna let it go through because it's gonna be a Sludge Bomb. As we see the Altaria swapping in against us, we can go ahead, go for one Ice Punch here. We have to hope that we have something in the back that we can actually beat with our Luxray. And it's gonna be the Registeel. Registeel is fine for us. We can go for Wild Charge. Wild Charge gonna do a lot of damage, and we're gonna put him already into range for another Wild Charge. And we're gonna be able to also gain some extra energy now in this matchup. So we can go ahead and go for a Psychic Fangs against the incoming Altaria, which is gonna be amazing. As we're gonna get the shield from my opponent most likely afterwards. Yeah, they can throw every move they want to. We're gonna be able to go for a Psychic Fangs. Gonna try to get this thing as low as possible, and we can swap out into our Machamp afterwards, trying to get to an Ice Punch. Can we get to the Ice Punch? We cannot. They throw at the perfect timing, but it is fine for me, as we're gonna be able to go for one Psychic Fang here, going to KO the Altaria, which gonna be very nice. As we see our next opponent, Trevenant in the lead. Trevenant is the worst possible lead that you can face with this team. There is nothing you can do against Trevenant with this team really, as you don't have Crunch on this Pokemon and you don't have anything on your other Pokemon really as well. So it's kind of awkward, as we're gonna go ahead and go for the CMP tie on the Psychic Fangs here. Our best bet here is just trying to get this thing as low as possible. Getting 2 debuffs is fine for me. I can let this go through. I can wait out the clock now. And I should be able to actually, they go into their Registeel for whatever reason. I take this or whatsoever. My only goal now is trying to get this thing low and try to sweep with the Warren in the bag, because it's the only thing that I can really do at this point of time. Machamp cannot really do anything against Trevenant, so I have to kind of commit to this. We get the debuff on the Registeel, which is nice. We can go for one more Ice Punch before they can go for their move, and this is perfect farm zone range for our Walrein. This is very, very nice. They swap out now, and they swap into their own Walrein, but we have one turn energy ahead, as we're gonna have some nice lag, which sadly recently was a lot of times the case in Go Battle League. Don't know why. And they gonna no shield the first move, which is really horrible for me. I'm gonna go ahead and shield the first move from them. It's gonna be an Earthquake, which is nice. I'm gonna go for a bait again. I have to bait here, and the bait comes through and they actually shield it. I can go for the Earthquake and I can KO the Walrein of my opponent easily here. It's still not over yet, because my opponent still has the one Pokemon there in the back. It's gonna be the Trevenant. Can they go for a move? They would be able to, but they're gonna swap out and they're gonna allow me to go for an Earthquake, and I just wanted to flex on them here. Of course, I know that the Icicle Spear would be super effective, but if you have the Earthquake to flex, you have to flex, of course, against your opponent. As we see into our last game here, most likely the Registeel coming in. Totally fine for us, really good lead for us. We can go for a Psychic here, basically getting him already below half health, which is nice. And we're gonna see my opponent going for a Zap Cannon. Actually, this matchup is so insane. I still think that the Registeel would win in the Zero Shield scenario, which is kind of insane there, but it's fine. My opponent catches a move perfectly onto the Altaria. I don't really mind it whatsoever. I can go for one move with my Warren, trying to KO him here. Do they gonna shield? They actually gonna shield this up. I'm fine with this, because now I can farm them down, get more energy, and I take this whatsoever. Like, it's totally fine for me. I have so much energy now, thanks for this opponent. As we see my opponent going into their Azumarill. I expected the Registeel, so I went straight for the move, which was really hurting me now, but you already know which Pokemon I have in the bag, and as soon as I get the shield from my opponent here, this Pokemon can just sweep in the back there, so I should be fine. As my opponent gonna go for the Play Rough, I'm totally okay with this. I go into my Machamp, I can get this thing low. It's already far beyond the range of one Wild Charge. One Wild Charge does 77% damage to an XL Azumarill, so we are fine here. We go for the Wild Charge. Even if we caught the move and we would have KO'd this thing, we still would have got to another Wild Charge in time. We can KO this thing. We can go for the big boom for the end here. And boom, we won this game here as well. And we can claim our Pikachu Libre, which is a normal one. Yep, I still don't have a shiny Pikachu Libre after all those seasons, getting Legend every single season, but it is fine, it is fine. Someday we're gonna get it. I don't really care too much about shinies anymore, to be honest. It still would be cool to get, but yeah. That's gonna be it for the video. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.